Zach with Web3 Reviews. Thank you for being with us. Today, it is Wednesday, March 26th, and we're going to be talking about the crypto market. Let's go. Remember that none of this is financial advice. So the SEC XRP lawsuit is finally over. Ripple won the lawsuit. They have a $50 million fine to pay to the SEC, which supposedly has already been paid. They had already sent them $125 million, but the money was sitting in an escrow until it was decided how much would actually be given to the SEC. So the SEC gets to keep $50 million of the $125, and they're sending back $75 million to Ripple. Gary Gensler took a fat loss, and I hope he's sitting somewhere fucking crying. I mean, that guy, man. That guy, Gary Gensler, he brought us nothing but pain. I remember when Gary G first got put into office as the head of the SEC, we all thought we were going to be lucky. Literally. People were playing videos of him at MIT, and we were all hoping, counting our chickens, like, oh, look, he gets it. You see, Gary Gensler understands blockchain. Here he is talking about XRP right here to his class at MIT. It was all recorded and on the internet. You can go find all of his lectures now. And supposedly, he's going back to MIT to be a teacher now, where he's going to teach more about blockchain. That is such shit, man. Who wants to go to MIT and learn from Gary Gensler? Let's learn from the cop on the beat about how to be a blockchain company. I mean, the cop, man, what's he going to teach you? This dude's jaded. But XRP is sitting at $2.44. So we already had some people say, hey, isn't XRP supposed to be at $10, $20 by now? It hasn't even been 24 hours since the lawsuit ended, and people are already impatient. Let me tell you this, 6 months ago, XRP was 50 cents. So I'm grateful for where we are today. We're $2.50. This is times 5 from where we were at. I had people making fun of me saying XRP is a stable coin for 7 years. My ETH friends made fun of me, man. My Bitcoin Maxi friends made fun of me. Oh, you're one of those. You're one of those XRPers. Yeah, dog. I'm one of those XRPers, dog. Ethereum price above 2,000, bouncing between 2,000 and 1,900. ALGO above 20 cents. So that was a battle that ALGO had been fighting. This to me says that the market is going on fire. Algorand above 20 cents. Ethereum above 2,000. XRP above $2.40. Bitcoin's up to $87,000, so Bitcoin's on the rise too. Meanwhile, FLR is still at that all-time low. I think we're going to see a day where XRP hits an all-time high and FLR is still at an all-time low. There will come a day when FLR gets its day in the sun. And here's some info from Hugo about what's going on. Hugo said FLR looked at every option for bridging into space. Stargate Finance built on Layer 0 core came out far ahead. When we launched protocol managed wallets, decentralized cross-chain execution capabilities for protocols built on FLR, they will most likely use Stargate to move inter-protocol funds between chains. I mean, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Other than the fact that Layer 0 connects 75 chains together. FLR was going for Bitcoin, Litecoin, XRP, and DOGE. Those were the first 4 they were going after to enable smart contract capabilities on the FLR networks. So you'd be able to take any of those 4 assets and then earn a yield by converting your Bitcoin to FBitcoin, and you'd be earning 2 times a week delegation rewards paid out either in FBTC or in FLR, which then you could exchange for FBTC, and you could then unwrap that FBTC as BTC. You can do whatever you want. The FLR networks is great, okay? But it's sitting on an all-time low, and you wonder why. When the technology is so great, why is the price at an all-time low? Is this meant to mind fuck you? They don't want you in on FLR. They want you to sell your FLR for an all-time low, okay? That's what they want. I really think that we're looking at an Ethereum 3.0 in its first 3 years of life. Ethereum's now worth $2,000. There's no cap on how many Ethereum there could be ever either. There's no cap on how many Dogecoin there could be. There's no cap on how much Cardano there's ever going to be. So why would it matter? There's no cap on FLR. FLR has slightly over 100 billion tokens, and there's going to be a slight burn rate. As if assets is used, there's going to need to be FLR and Songbird used as collateral. These things are going to get burned. They're going to be necessary in the ecosystem. It's not going to stay at an all-time low forever. And when you're getting your FLR for 1.4 pennies per FLR, you will look back one day and you will laugh when you're selling that FLR for $100 per FLR. And you think I'm being crazy. Man, you think Ethereum was going to be worth $100 when it came out? Now it's worth $2K. When they did their IPO, do you think any of those people thought, oh, ETH's going to be worth $2,000 in the future? No, because if they did, they would have bought so much it would have been their fucking head spin. And some people did. Some ETH whales are out there, man. Hugo says the beauty of full smart contracts data, verifiable compute, and cross-chain execution in one safe developer-friendly stack is that everything on Crippen Renner's list can be built for XRP, Bitcoin, and Doge, and a lot more besides that none of us have even thought of yet. Hugo's telling us what an upgraded FXRP is going to have. We've already seen FXRP 1.0. Now we're looking at FXRP version 1.1. And it's going to have a DEX featuring SparkDEX and a Gnosis. It'll have a DEX via BlazeSwap. They'll have lending and looping via Kinetic. Usage as perps collateral via SparkDEX perps. Access to real-world asset yield via Clearpool. Advanced trading strategies via RainDex. AI agents via FLR AI Kit. The world will be your oyster. And so this is huge. If these things come to fruition, it's huge. I don't trust Kinetic, man. They skipped Songbird. They got hacked twice. Every time they opened up liquidity once a month, it would immediately be gone, which made me think they were front running their own shit. I want to know the numbers about how many wallets are actually using Kinetic. Okay, they have a few million logged. How many wallets does that equate to? Seriously, the last time I covered Kinetic was on the fact they got hacked. So I'm not going to be one of these people who's throwing my whole bag at FLR. I'm not converting all my XRP to FXRP. I'm not going to be greedy and say I need all the yield, because all the yield might come with all the risk. I've been here for 7 years. I've survived the BlockFis. I've survived the Celsiuses. I've survived the FTXs. I was here for all that shit. I'm not going down yet just because I'm super hyped on FXRP. I do believe this is going to be a great asset, but I'm not going to be the first person to use it. Somebody else can test it for us. And after the first hack, when everything gets smoothed out, if they have it open to everyone, I don't want any cap on this. When there's a cap and it's constantly 100% filled, that raises eyebrows to me. To some people, maybe that'll create FOMO, where they're like, oh, everyone's using it. Look, it's always full. To me, it almost makes me think no one's using it, except for a handful of people who are front running. All right? You got to think about that. Who's using it? We don't know. And a buying opportunity presents itself. OSMI AI down to 1.6 pennies. So OSMI AI rocking at that FLR price. So right now we're talking about 2 years to get your money back on an OSMI node. I was talking to a buddy about it. What should you do if you only had a few K to invest in crypto right now? And we decided that your first few K in crypto shouldn't be node ownership. Node ownership should come once you have a few bags of assets that you feel okay with holding onto. Because this is going to take away from the money that you would put into those assets. You give OSMI $4,000 right now. They give you back a node, which poops out 400 OSMI tokens a day, which equates to $6. All right, and the math on that is it'll take 660 days to get back your 4,000 bucks. Now, there's a chance that OSMI goes to the moon. There's a chance that OSMI keeps going down. I don't know what to say, but I do know that OSMI right now is a low cap asset that's in its first months of life. And it has a real product. They're rocking with a ChatGPT clone, but it's on a DeEEP network. ChatGPT is some powerful shit, man. And you know what? OSMI is going to outdo ChatGPT. Because ChatGPT is some centralized trash. OSMI AI is going to have some beautiful things worked into it, man. It really is. And in the coming future, we're not going to be talking about search Baron. We're not going to be talking about Yahoo search. Who's going to be the Google of this AI run? Okay? And then who's going to be the Brave browser? I don't use Google Chrome. I use Brave browser. There's so much yet to be seen. AI is in its opening innings. We don't even know what it's capable of because we haven't really opened up AI's learning capabilities. Once you get an AI agent and you say, hey, I just want you to learn as much as you can about how to best use your technology, then I think we'll start to see AI really come alive. I don't think that people is using AI to the most of its capabilities. I want to are asking questions like a Google search. And I think that AI tokens running on DeEEP networks are going to be seen as extremely valuable because they're not going to be centralized. Okay? If you centralize storage rooms and you start centralizing who gets to control what is history and what's false history, then you've won. You've won without even fighting the war because you control the storage rooms. Think about that. He who controls the storage rooms controls history at this point. And Tucker Carlson said it. He said he thinks we should just blow up the server rooms.
AI, Ted Kaczynski was likely right, will get away from us. We will be controlled by the thing that we made. All those are bad. Like, that's just bad. And we need to say unequivocally, it's bad. It's bad to be controlled by machines.
Right.
Machines are helpmates. Like, we created them to help us, to make our lives better, not to take orders from them. So I don't know why we're not having any of these conversations right now. We're just acting as if this is like some kind of virus like COVID that just spreads across the world inexorably. There's nothing we can do about it. Just wait to get it. It's like, no. If we agree that the outcome is bad, and specifically it's bad for people, we should care what's good for people. That's all we should care about. Is it good for people or not? If it's bad for people, then we should strangle it in its crib right now.
Right.
And why just blow up the data centers? Like, why is that hard? If it's actually going to become what you just described, which is a threat to people, humanity, life, then we have a moral obligation to murder it immediately. And since it's not alive, we don't need to feel bad about that.
He thinks we should fucking go and blow them up. Algorand creeping up while we're sitting here talking. 21.24 cents now. Just 2 weeks ago, in order to get an Algorand node with those 30,000 algo, it was less than 6,000 bucks because algo was less than 20 cents. Now, if you want to get that algo node, okay, we're talking about 7,000 bucks. If you want an algo node, you need 30,000 Algorand, and you need either a VPS or a hardware computer which could run that node. And you'll be earning more algo every day. The amount of algo in your bag will be growing. I'm not an algo node runner yet, but it's something that I'm striving for. It's something that I'm striving for. I don't really dollar cost averaging until I get it. Because that's how I like to play the game. I don't just have thousands of dollars of one-off money to buy shit, but I'm disciplined. I work a job, all right? And at that job, I put my money towards crypto. So I think that's fun, man. Past 2 days I had a sore throat. My boss told me he wanted me to go home. He said, who shows up to work sick? I said, hey boss, to be honest, how sick is too sick? Up from a time when you show up and you work, man. If you skipped work every time you didn't feel well, I go to work at 5:30 every day. If you skipped work every time you didn't feel well at 5:30 in the morning, you'd be missing a lot of work. I'm never up to work at 5:30. I gotta get up and I gotta turn on my brain. Most of the time it's a little begrudgingly. I'm not really the biggest morning guy. Now you guys see me on here a little bit after that, talking my mess. In that flow state, as I like to call it. Now when I wasn't recording these episodes the past 2 days, what was I doing with myself? I was still thinking about what I was gonna say. Of course I didn't take any notes, but I had what I thought was top-notch jokes, and I said some of them to my wife, and she told me they were terrible jokes. It made me laugh even harder. Nothing better than telling your wife a terrible joke. One of them I was saying, man, so we were on that Gucci Man business the other day. We were on that Gucci Man talk the other day about how Gucci was in the state pen, but he had pled retarded before he went in, and a different human being came out, or at least a non-retarded human being. So we're on the assumption that, they're either cloning cats in prison or they're curing the tism, right? Yeah, these are all jokes, okay? So Gucci Man, right? And then we're going to bring it to now. Back to the present. We already hit Gucci in prison. Now we're talking the present. All right. I'm sitting there in the car, and my kid keeps crying because we're on Spotify, and he wants to listen to the same song over and over. He's obsessed with Ventura Highway by America. Go check it out. If you haven't heard the band America, it's classic rock and roll. Got a 2-year-old who loves classic rock and roll. So anyways, I tell him, hey, we're going to have to do with the radio, man. It's the best I can do for you. So we turn on the radio. Where I'm from, we got classic alt radio, 96.5, Seattle. And it's fucking spotty because we're like around this bend at the beach. We took a beach day. All right. Now I'm flipping through the presets, and this is a car that we recently bought. All right. It's a used car. We bought a 10-year-old, 12-year-old used Toyota. Family car, SUV. And one of the presets was orchestra. So here comes the orchestra, and it's coming in clear, man. It's coming in with that nice little tone, It's not all grainy. Sound like a TV back in the day, trying to find the signal. We listened to about 30 seconds of orchestra. This is when the joke emerges. I tell my wife, hey, I've read stories that listen to Mozart, and it actually kills cancer cells in your body. Music can rewire your body. And I think ancient people knew this, where they only used music for religious purposes. They only used music for spirituality. They only used music when they were all hitting around that campfire to smoke the pipe together. Same with tobacco. Tobacco was used in ritual sense. It was used spiritually. It wasn't used all the time. You weren't smoking 10 packs a day. Now, what do I know? I'm just talking shit. It could be I'm totally wrong. But it sounds nice, right? So anyways, music, bringing you closer. The orchestra, killing cancer cells. Tie this back to Gucci Man. So I tell my wife, listen, yeah, they're curing tism in prison. I'm unsure if they're having them listen to orchestra, right? I'm unsure if Gucci Man's music is curing cancer. I don't think all music cures cancer, but it's clear that Mozart's does based on these tests, right? They might be curing tism in prison. I don't think they're curing cancer. They're not playing them orchestra. They might be playing up some Gucci Mane. And, it sounded funnier yesterday to me when I said it to my wife, and she thought it was a terrible joke. Either curing cancer or tism, She's like, bro, what's wrong with this guy? He's just completely out of his mind. And over the weekend, I bought me and my kids some pit vipers.
Oh. Pit viper. Huh. Yeah, I'll take those. Yeah.
Now, pit vipers, wear these while you're welding, all right? I asked if they were popular. It was my first time ever hearing of them. They told me if I went to Supercross next weekend, I would see 40,000 people wearing pits. It's like, oh shit, I'm trying to blend in like a gray man. And so yeah, I'm gonna get myself some pits. If you don't know about the gray man, in the gun community, to be a gray man means to be somebody dressed like everybody else. You don't want to be that guy that's wearing cargo pants and has a big old truck that says, I got my guns on me. You don't want to be wearing camo with a shirt that says, don't tread on me. You stand out as somebody who obviously has guns. If there was robbers walking around looking for cars to raid, they saw yours as one with a gun in it, that's a free $500 pretty much. The gun can be worth more than that. You want to blend in. You don't want to be somebody that stands out. Alright? Yeah, choose rich in your personal lifestyle, but don't choose rich how that guy's walking around, right? That guy's walking around like a doofus. So I heard everybody's rocking pits, and I thought, man, I gotta get some pits. I gotta get those pit vipers. And it reminds me of Karate Combat, man. I think that's the sponsorship we need right here, is we need KC to be sponsored by the Pit Vipers. Get down in the pit, bruh. You make the entrance, but there's only one way to go win that fight, and it's to get in the pit. We saw somebody brought their dog on the walkout when I was at Karate Combat. But that dog couldn't get in the pit with them, friend. And they lost that fight. Always have the dog with you. Always got some pits on your head, bro. When I put these pits on, dog, it's like I just grew a mullet and started drinking Mountain Dew for breakfast. I'm rocking these gosh darn pits, man. I'm like a different human. It's like Jim Carrey rocking the mask, man. You can weld in these bad boys, okay? You can shoot guns in these bad boys. For my One Piece fans, these make me look a little bit like Dofi, like a madman. So yo, come to C-Town, man. You'll know it's me if you see one of these white dudes wearing some pits. So yo, that could be Web3. I'm hiding out here in plain sight, baby. That security guard, protecting my own bank, rocking some pits. I got some for my kid too. You know, he rocked them, bro. He was rocking pits. We were at the beach. He's rocking pits. Check this place out. Took the family to Italian. We're right here on the water. Christo's on Alki. If you're ever in Seattle, hit Alki Beach. If you're ever there, get yourself some fresh baklava and a Christo's on Alki. Family-owned shop, man. They made a great pizza. They made some great baklava. We were all pleased. The kid wanted pizza. What do you do when the kid wants pizza? He was actually throwing a fit. I said, yo, kid, let's go get some pizza. His head whipped around, man. He went and found himself. That's the type of life I'm living, man. What else happened? Oh, Ben Armstrong and fucking AJ Wright's crypto. You need to get a room, man. They're out here. I think they're out here promoting a fight, dude.
I don't care about this guy. He's a nice guy from what I hear. And the fact is, I'm not fighting him. I'm not fighting more in life. I'm fighting you. I'm fighting the 69% of people who are picking me to lose this fight. I'm fighting every person who has ever talked shit about me online. I'm fighting every person who stabbed me in the back. I'm fighting every person who stole my company. I'm fighting every person who stole my channel, who stole my brand. I'm fighting every person that says I can't do it. You know why? Because I can't.
Maybe I'm the guy who chooses influencer fight club fights. I can help promote, dude. I can help choose these fights. Hey, bro, listen to this, dog. These guys are writing novels back and forth on the internet. They're both big-time players. We got two big-time influencers talking shit back and forth online. AJ Wright's crypto and Ben Armstrong. Ben Armstrong's writing books. He's got AI writing books about these wrong ships that happened to him. I can't tell you what it is, man. I'm not going to read the books. You know, if I'm going to be reading, it's going to be about some philosophy. Right now, I'm reading about philosophers, bro, okay? Reading about Aristotle, I'm reading about fucking Plato and Socrates, Machiavelli, okay? I enjoy reading about this shit. I like history. A little bit of a history buff. I think history is important. I don't think it necessarily repeats itself exactly. I think that it rhymes. Get a spiral back to a similar scenario where something seems like something that's already happened in the past. If you don't know your history, you're going to allow it to happen again. I had a buddy getting a history degree in college, and I said, hey bro, but my question to you is, what are you going to do with this? Not that the business degree did shit for me. He said to me, dog, listen to this. Look at that Forbes top 100 list. Fucking 20 of those cats are history majors. By having your nose down and knowing what's going to happen based on the lens of historical references, you might be able to see trends in modern day. That made sense to me. Life is all about seeing trends. If you're a winner, you're looking for other winners. You're looking for ways to win. Alright, if you're a loser, you're looking for ways to say it wasn't your fault. You're looking for ways to place the blame on others. You're complaining. You're talking about how you lost and how the bag is half empty. Motherfucker, the bag is half full too. You spilled some milk, you lost. Guess what? You got milk in the fridge, you go pour more milk. The money is on the table. It's for the taking. Be a winner. Go get your money up. Go buy some ALGO. Go buy some FLR. Go buy some XRP. Hold on for dear life. I'm a big Gala Games guy. Gala Film, a new film came out yesterday. Any Last Words by JP Cali Smooth is now live on Gala Film. So JP did a rap battle, right? And a few of the songs for it are on Gala Music. And now the recorded session of this rap battle is on Gala Film. This shit's a movie, dog. You can buy scenes for this movie, and every time it gets played, you're gonna earn rewards in Gala Film. And you can own the songs from the rap battle, and every time those songs are played in the film or on the website Gala Music, you will earn royalties and music token for that song streaming. We're talking about ecosystems that keep themselves alive here. We have people who want to put out content, and we have people who want to put out content on a place where they'll get rewarded for the content they're putting out. Spotify, Apple Music, they have degraded the rewards for the creators. We need to level that playing field. All right, and XRP was always talking about leveling the playing field. Gala is going to be doing it from an entertainment standpoint. You know, if you want to sell your Fortnite account, you have to sell the whole account. You can't just sell your skin. Yo, I got the John Wick skin from season 1. Any buyers? People are like, dude, but you got to sell me your whole account. Think about that. That's silliness. I should be able to take that skin, that costume, if you will, and do whatever I want with it. It's mine. I earned it in the game. And if I have a badass video game character, and he's a rare character, there aren't that many of them available, like Mirandus, I should be able to rent my player out. I'll have a rental cost for my character. And if this game has a real chance to make money, people are going to come in and they're really going to be doing it. They're going to be wanting to use your character. I'm a believer in the Gala ecosystem. And you get these DeEEP projects, these OSMIs, these Metafloras, these Gala games. And they're going to need the DeEEP network. You can't have centralized storage rooms. DeEEP network is coming in and trying to fix this all together.
Web3, in its current form, fails to meet proper standards of privacy and security because it is so centralized. For example, 50% of Ethereum mainnet is hosted on centralized networks. The truth is, the majority of blockchain is just Amazon data centers. So, what if we, the people, did not have to rely on Web2 centralized companies for blockchain? Introducing Deep Network DeEEP by NerdNode, offering decentralized infrastructure and managed services. We are taking Web3 services back from Web2. We're deploying thousands of physical hardware nodes and creating a global, decentralized peer-to-peer infrastructure. So what's in it for you? Plug and earn. With our one-click deployment, simply plug in your device and earn. Thanks to our network utility token, DeEEP, now you can get a cut of worldwide hosting fees. To learn more, join us at deep.network and be part of the decentralized revolution.
You want to be decentralized? Talk to the DeEEP network, because they're selling these hardware boxes for $1,100. You could earn a part of the yield that people are hosting at your house. It's badass. You could earn money from people running their node, and all you have to do is plug in the device at your house. You're going to be earning the DeEEP token, and you're going to be earning whatever token's being earned from the node that you're running. If I'm running OSMI nodes through your DeEEP network box at your house, you should be earning a small cut of OSMI per day. All you do is plug it in. I recommend one. I wouldn't say spend your first $1,000 in crypto on a DeEEP network node, because the hardware boxes are the same as nodes, right? Get yourself a bag of crypto. Once you feel comfortable with that, then look into ways to start making passive income in crypto. Take small wins. Think of crypto like a scratch-off lottery. If you were playing scratch-offs at the gas station and you hit for 10, 20K, wouldn't you consider that a win? Wouldn't that be a happy thing for you? Or would you take that money and then you'd buy $10,000 of scratch tickets? Listen, you got to figure out your own brain. What actions have to occur in order for you to leave the casino? Why are you here at the casino? Some people just come to the casino to lose money. I swear to God, it's just like a place to eat lunch, and they just want to lose and get that feeling like they were in the hunt. For me, I want to make money. I come to the casino to make money. And if I make enough to eat lunch, and it feels like I've done well enough that I can spend my dollar cost average on lunch, then I'll do that. But it's really important to me that I own a crypto bag. It's like the most important thing to me is that I'm on the XRP rich list, that I'm on the FLR rich list, that I'm working towards owning an algorithm node, that I have Gala Games nodes, OSMI nodes, Gala Music, earning me music token every day, Gala Films, earning me film tokens every day. This is important to me because I see the long-term value systems that are able to keep themselves alive. Right now, there's small cap assets talking about Gala Film, Gala Music. Thank you for being with us. Until next time.